Hi, we are going to learn about Outlook email today. So the first thing you're going to do when you open your email, which you're going to have to access through ClassLink, and the first thing we're going to talk about is how to send an email to a teacher or a fellow student. So when you open up your email, it looks a lot like this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click on New Message. And it will pop up like this. So hopefully you know your teacher's email, and we've worked on that a little bit before, but if not, you can always ask them or ask a friend what their email is, but all of your teachers will be giving you that contact information. So if I want to send an email to one of my teachers, I'm going to type their email in, and here you can see one of our reading teachers, her email pops up, and so I'm going to be able to send her a message. Now, we want to also always put a subject. It's very confusing when you get an email and you don't know what it's about. And you can see over here where it says example 7, example 6, those are my subjects. Okay? If I scroll down, you can see I got an email here earlier and it says return to work document. So I know that person is asking me about a document. So, and I moved my email. So if you have started an email and you didn't finish it, you can find it again in drafts. And here it is. So to add a subject, let's say I'm going to turn in an assignment. So I'm going to make my subject assignment for plot diagram. And now when Miss Bryant opens my email, she's going to know exactly what I'm emailing about. So I'm going to go down here into the meat of my message, and we always want to use proper etiquette when we're emailing. We don't want to be like, hey dude, I turned it in. That's not proper conversation with a teacher. So we want to usually start with their name and tell them why we're sending this. I'm going to tell her I am attaching my plot diagram assignment in this email. And you can add more than that, or you can keep it simple. And if we want to actually attach something to the email, like we just said we're going to do, we're going to go up here to attach. Now there's a couple things that might show up, or I can go up to browse this computer. I can go to my desktop. Maybe I've saved it in documents. Maybe I have folders already made. For today, I'm just going to pull something. I'm going to attach my fountain poem. Even though that's technically not a plot diagram, I'm attaching something. And here you can see what I'm attaching. It's going to show up right there. And if I'm done, I'm going to check everything, make sure I like the way it looks. I'm going to go down and I'm going to hit send. And it's gone. And if I go to sent items, now it's popped up into my sent items. So that's the first step. The second thing we're going to look at is the calendar. So here you can see I have some meetings already set up. The nice thing about your Outlook calendar is, for example, if you click on it, it's going to give you lots of information. One really nice thing is it's also going to give you your Zoom link if you have a Zoom meeting coming up with a teacher or a fellow student. And if you click on it, it's going to actually open the Zoom automatically, which is fantastic. So we want to make sure that when we're getting invitations for meetings and things that we're accepting them. They're going to show up in your inbox. The other thing is, if you want to create an event, like let's say you have a project coming up, you can hit new event. We can say history project due. Perhaps I can go here and I can set the date. Maybe it's due the Friday. And I want to remember this at like first thing in the morning, 7 a.m. I'm going to remind myself. Let's be honest, I'm not a morning person. I might even send it the night before, but that's fine. But I want to make sure I'm going to remember this is going to happen. If it's an all-day event, you can click this. And you can see this turned red because that means I'm not available. I already have something going on. If it's green, it means you are available, which is fantastic, which is amazing. You can also change your times by dragging. That's another way you can change the time on your event. So I'm just going to hit save. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to add people, like let's say I want to add one of my friends to this, you can. Although this is probably, since it's just a project due, I'm probably not adding anybody. But let's say you were setting up a time to do a small group with a friend, maybe setting up a time with that. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. And if I go down here, you can see it was added to my calendar. And the day that this is going to occur, it's going to pop up with a reminder. So now it's easy to get back to your email. You've got calendar, you've got email, and then there's this third one, which is contacts. And we want you to actually add all of your teachers as your contacts because it's going to be easier to find them. And you can see I already added Mrs. Bryan as a contact. So I'm going to hit new contact and I'm going to type in one of my teachers, Mr. Cleveland. I'm going to put in his email. I think this is it. And I'm going to hit create. And now he's in there as one of my contacts. And I think that is his email. It might not have a number. I can't remember. But we're going to have you list all your contacts, all your teachers in here. That way, like I said, when you go in to email them, it's going to be very, very easy to find them. They're going to pop up. It takes a second. Let's see. Whoops. Yep, and right there, there's Mr. Cleveland. And I did put the right email. Okay, so those are the basics for using Outlook. And if you have any other questions that come up or any concerns, you can always ask your teachers. Thank you.